Hi all, this is Nehia. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be here discussing on National Identity Card for Differently Abled Persons. This is a scheme under Tamil Nadu Welfare Board for differently abled persons. I'll be more discussing on what is this scheme is about and how to apply for this scheme. So let's move to the video. National Identity Card for Differently Abled Person. This scheme is provided by Tamil Nadu Welfare Board for the differently abled persons. What is the need of this scheme? The Constitution of India promotes equality, freedom, justice, and dignity of all individuals and implicitly mandates an inclusive society for all, including persons with disabilities. According to the provisions of the Persons with Disabilities Act of 1995, it has identified seven categories of disabilities such as blindness, low vision, leprosy cured, hearing impairment, locomotor disability, mental retardation, and mental illness. Now, what is the eligibility criteria for applying this scheme? The person should be an Indian citizen. There should be medical report explaining the type of disability, and most importantly, persons falling under the categories with a minimum of 40% disability are eligible for the entitlements of all the benefits provided by the government. Now, whether the form of application is prescribed? Yes, it is available at District Differently Abled Welfare Office. Now, let us see what are the documents required. Proof of residence, family card, electoral identity card, bank passbook, two passport size photographs, copy of the disability certificate, copy of ID of the person with disability, copy of all medical and psychological reports available, Aadhaar card, two photographs showing the disability. Now, what are the required information to be filled in this application form? Name of the person, father's name, date of birth and age, sex, marital status, present address, correspondence address, mobile number linked with Aadhaar, email address linked with Aadhaar, educational details, family income, occupation, registration details in employment exchange or special employment exchange or vocational rehabilitation center, which includes registration number, date of registration, name and address, identification marks, blood group, and nature of disability. The officer to whom the application is to be submitted is District Differently Abled Welfare Officer. Now, what are the certificates to be furnished? Medical certificates should be obtained from the concerned specialist. In case of multiple disabled person, certificates should be obtained from medical board. Those applicants with amputation or severe paralysis and irreversible disabilities are required to get medical certificate from concerned medical practitioner at the government hospital or the primary health center. Those with multiple disabilities will be certified by a medical board constituted of three doctors, with one of the doctors competent in the field of one of the disabilities the applicant stands incapacitated by. Those affected by cerebral palsy may procure a certificate either from a pediatric, orthopedic, neurologist, or a psychiatrist. Those afflicted by leprosy will be certified by a dermatologist, and a hearing impaired by an ENT specialist. Children below 12 years and suffering from mental retardation may be certified of their disability either by a neurologist, pediatric, psychiatrist, and a visually challenged will be certified by an ophthalmologist. Now, what are the procedure? To apply in person, the applicant must contact the respective district differently abled welfare office for their area with the documents. Apply in writing or use the application form. The documents that has been submitted will be validated and the disability card will be provided by the respective commissionerate for the welfare of the differently abled. Please contact the following landlines for clarification and to find your nearby office. Note: the Director General of Health Services, Minister of Health and Family Welfare will be the final authority to issue the ID card based on the documents. Now, for those who apply through online, please follow the link given. Please select Apply for Disability Certificate and UDID card option provided on the right side part of the screen. A new page to enter prompts the user to fill in the required details. User can select language of choice using the Choose Regional Language option and click Select Your Language from the drop-down menu. There will be four parts to process. First one, personal details, followed by disability detail, employment detail, and identity detail. At the end of the screen, user must click the Terms Agree option and then click Proceed button to preview his application. Click Confirm Application button to complete the application. Application will get the enrollment UDID number. Please keep it safe for future reference. After the processing and verification of the details provided as per the norms, applicant will get notification about the process. If he is granted with a disability card, then one can visit the online portal and download the EUDID card. There is no fees required for applying the scheme. Now the validity of the scheme. This card is valid for a period of 5 years from the date of issuing. On expiry, the card should be surrendered to the issuing authority and an application for issuing a new card should be submitted if required. In case the card is lost, new card will be issued with the payment of a penalty. Now the processing time. Identity cards will be issued between the period of 1 week to 1 month from the date of application with the requisite certification. If there is any complaints or grievances, it can be addressed to Principal Secretary or State Commissioner for the Differently Abled. Address State Resource Cum Training Center Campus, Jawaharlal Nehru Inner Ring Road, KK Nagar, Chennai. Phone number 044 2471 9947 or 48 or 49. Please note, this scheme is in respect to disabled person living in Tamil Nadu. Thank you all for patiently listening.